Welcome to my Hebrew channel, Miel Hebraica, and today we're continuing our study of Ish Issah, and we have a very special version of this Isha, Eshet, Eshet. This is the construct form. This is the absolute form. This is the construct form. Almost all Hebrew verbs have a absolute and construct form. By the way, Ish, its absolute form and construct form is the same. So if you have Ish in the absolute form, it's Ish, and Ish also in the construct. So if you're wondering what the construct form of Ish is, it's just be another Ish here. Eshet, the woman of, and we're going to get into here, woman of virtue, virtuous woman. You'll have Eshet and then belonging to or of, and this one is also a segolate. It's got a segol right here, and segolates push the accent up to the Miel. Miel goes upward. You can try and learn all of the very complicated descriptions of how to accent in the grammars, the Hebrew grammars. It's almost impossible to remember all of that. Best just look at the accenting, whether it goes up, milel, or whether it goes down, milra, and that often is enough to distinguish certain words from one another, especially the bakar, bakor. Yeah, boker. If it's boker, it's one thing. It's boker, it's another thing. So if it goes milel or milra, there's a difference there in what the word will mean. But most cases, accenting just simply tells you where to put the accent. That's isn't any more or less than that. So let's get on to the study. Ruth 3 verse 3, and we'll find Laish right here, and about 2/3 of the way through the verse here. ורחסת ואספת ושמת שמלותיך הליך וירדת והגורן על תבדי לאיש עד כלתו לאכול ולשתות. And we find Laish here, the man, in this particular last line here, and it's a preposition for or towards, to the man. Okay, Laish, to the man. So the preposition for or to the man here of Laish. It's a prefixed form of a preposition, and it's also, with the comments, indicates that it is a definite noun here. Laish, to the man. Vayihi בהצי הלילה ויחרד האיש וילפת והנה אישה שוכבת ברגלתיו. Here's another segolate here, and Milel, as you happens to notice. And in the middle of the night, he shook the man. The man shook. This is the subject of this verb right here. And the man shook. Again, this is a definite article, ha'ish, and then looking back down to the next line, isha. This is an indefinite, a woman. So you have the man, and reference here, so this man is the Boaz, and isha, that's a woman. And the surprise, at this point, Boaz doesn't yet know who this woman is, and so a woman. Oh, wow, surprise. Now we have to find out what has to happen next. So it's a very beautiful sequence here. Ha'ish and Isha, a woman. Ata biti al tirei kol asher tomri ashe lach ki yodea kol Sa'ar Ami Ki Eshet Hayil At. These two always confuse. Ata and Ata. This is At. This is a personal pronoun, independent personal pronoun. And the word of interest here is Eshet. Okay. Again, it's a segolate, and segolates generally carry Miel, accenting. That's towards the front here. This is then the construct form. And so you would say a woman, hayil, of virtue, of strength, worth, of worth, hayil, strength, power, worth. A woman who is worth her salt, or worth what she is. So, very beautiful term. Incidentally, here it is, a repetition of what we find in Proverbs 31, verse 10. Eshed Hayil miyamatza, virtuous woman, who can find her? And then the rest of that particular chapter describes a virtuous woman, and it's based on her character, her abilities, her willingness to serve, all those good things, and her willingness to maintain a good reputation of her husband at the gate. All of those good things form up Eshet Hayil. And we're seeing here, we're in Ruth 3, verse 11. We're seeing here one of the very key concepts, or one of the key themes of the book of Ruth. Ruth is most certainly an Eshet Hayil. And the Hayil also comes all the way towards the last chapter. And Hayil then is also sent out among the people of Israel. So it isn't just something that's kept to herself. The virtue is also something that others will imitate. So great expression here, Eshet Hayil. So this is a construct. So this is woman of strength. So this second term here defines what this first term is doing here. So that's the construct connection there. And so Shaleas, we're on to Ruth 3, verse 14. We've got a whole bunch of kares here, and I'm not going to get into them very deeply. But this one, incidentally, when you're looking at the way it's expressed in the manuscripts and the hand copied ones, they'll just put the last three letters of the word, and it happens to be this one, meregalatav. They want this one to be a plural over here. So it's in the Hebrew, in the kativ, the written part. It's in singular, but in the kare, they want it plural. Tishkav meregalatav ad haboker takum beterem yakir ish et ra'eu vayomer al yevada ki ba'a ha'isha ha'gorim. And this time around we have the indefinite one here, which it goes to indefinite because we're not really talking anymore about Boaz. We're talking about just anyone. So ish, okay, indefinite ish, until someone or one who would not know. Beterem yakir, before he would know someone, his neighbor, his another one. Okay, Ra'eu is the neighbor. Ish et Ra'eu vayomer al yevada ki ba'a ha'isha, the woman. So this one is a definite article on the front here of Isha. So Ish, indefinite, a man, and this is Isha, the woman. And this one's definite because that woman would then be identified as Ruth. So that woman, that one, they're over pointing a figure in a sense. ותבוא על חמותך ותאמר מי את ביתי ותגיד לך את כל אשר עשה לך האיש. And this then is a definite article. So ha'ish, the man, that man. Yeah, they even put that, the man. Okay. So definitely here, well known who this is. This one is Boaz, of course. And so it's put on as a definite, with a definite article, and the verb or the noun is very much a definite noun then. V'tomer shvi biti ad asher tedin ech yefol davar ki lo yishkot ha'ish ki im kila ha'davar Hayom. And this is the man here again, the man. That man is then Boaz, of course. So that man will then settle. Everything will be finished. Yeah, settled. Bring to an end. Kalach. Okay, kilach. That will most certainly. Im can be a conditional, but also can express certainty. I've seen that. One of the Ketiv Kares in this passage, or in Ruth, tries to drop this one out, but it's not just a conditional, it also expresses certainty. Okay, and that's what we have here, certainly. Ish, okay, just a very indefinite form of man. Ish, the man, definite form with the prefix a, comments. La ish, this is a preposition in front of the very same root here. So to the man, and the comments here makes this definite then. If you just had lamet with a shava, it would be indefinite, but I think that's possible. But here you have la ish, to, towards the man or for the man. Isha, woman, a woman. Ha Isha, the woman, again with an article. And not much has changed in the root here with adding the articles, just tack it on the front. But there are some changes when we get over here to the eshet. Okay, so the eshet is woman of. This is construct form then. And when you have it, you have to keep looking down the line, one or two words past this one. And so this one is the woman or a woman. Yeah, this one is doesn't have an article in the front, but it is construct. And when it's construct, you have to look to what's following it, because whatever follows this particular word, you don't see these words just standing by themselves. They have something that defines them. So Eshet Hayil in this case, a woman of virtue, a woman of strength. And the same thing found in Proverbs 31 verse 10, Eshet Hayil mi Yamatzah, who will find her. And so this construct form is the one that's used when you want to define something, when you want to describe something. Something has to be understood about what this is. Incidentally, ish here in the absolute and the construct form, we've seen, I think, the very first chapter, construct form of this, her, yeah, Ish Naomi, man of Naomi, that was a construct form, but it happens to be exactly the same thing. So just be grateful when things don't change, but when they do change, be able to spot them. And this one here is the construct form. Scriptures are very beautiful in how they define who is who, what they do, and it's very important in our lives that we live the roles that our good Lord has assigned to us, and that is what makes us Ish, like Boaz, Ish Gibor Hayil, and like Ruth, Eshet Hayil, Eshet Hayil. That's a virtuous woman, a very virtuous man. When we fulfill the roles that God has assigned to us, most certainly we live a life of blessing under the Lord, and we can look to His guidance and His direction in our lives. So may God bless, may God strengthen you in this day. Until the next time.